Hi, my name is Daniel Lawton and welcome to PRI instructional video how to light the rocket stove. So I'm going to go through a few things on how to light the rocket stove. Okay, so here's where all the wood storage is. There's excess wood storage on the other side. You'll find your paper and lighter or matches in here. So you'll need newspaper and your matches to get it started. You'll find fine wood pieces in here and an axe. Okay, so you need to cut the wood pieces into small slivers carefully with the axe. If you're not experienced with this, it's not for you. You have to ask someone who's a bit more experienced with hand tools or splitting wood. You'll also find in some places pine cones as well. There's a pine tree just nearby. They're quite good for lighting the rocket stove as well, just to get it going. So there's also harder and softer wood generally here. We just chip up a few pieces. The finer stuff to get it going. You can also, if they're long pieces, if you stab them and then twist, they snap off. That'll be enough to get it going. Okay. So we're lighting the rocket stove here in the top of the burn tunnel, the feed tunnel. So we're scrunching up little bits of balls of newspaper. What you need to do is get a small fire going, blow down it to get the flame to burn sideways so it burns into the burn tunnel of the rocket stove. Always the case, isn't it? So we get a piece going, and a few more pieces. If you want to come down here and have a look into the burn tunnel. So we stick the wood towards the barrel at the front. We've got a bit of fire going, a bit of flame going, and then blow. If you have a look, see how the flame is going sideways rather than up? That's what you need to get it to work. So pine cones get going good. Always put your new wood at the front, because the stuff that's burning will burn through it and it will light it up on fire. You want to also make sure you don't block the flow of air. Without the flow of air, it'll stop working. So it draws in from the top and then down and across. Put a few more pine cones in there. Something I should mention is before you light the rocket stove, you should, making sure that it's not hot already, because it will hold its heat for a long time, is reaching in and getting out the ash. Oh, I tipped it out. So there's a bucket here. You want to reach in and get the ash out of the bottom of the burn tunnel. There's a bucket here that it can be placed in. Once the bucket's full, it can just go around a fruit tree. Be careful though, it quite often contains a lot of nails, because we do burn pellets. A lot of the wood here is from free pellets that we get. Fine, light burning pine wood. so it burns nice and fast, nice and hot. We also have bamboo. Bamboo burns quite well as well. And some big stuff, and there should be some smaller stuff. There's lots of bamboo on the property where you can find to get the rocket stove going. Okay, I'm just going to cut some more wood up and stick it in there. Once you've got it going, you just need to fill the burn tunnel up, and that's usually enough to keep it your hot wood for 24 hours. Or when there's a lot of people here during a PDC, it should be done morning and afternoon, and it'll give plenty enough hot water for the whole day. It doesn't need to constantly burn. In here there's a 200 litre tank of water. That is the thermal mass for the system to work. Once I stock this up a bit, I'll show you how to top it up so it stays topped up all the time, because this is an open air system in the drum. As it heats up and expands, there's an overflow tube just here, and when it really gets going, steam comes out of here, so you're boiling the water, so you're boiling it away. If there's no water in there, or less water in there that's not touching the coil of pipe that's in there for the heat transfer, then you won't be getting proper heat transfer, because there'll be no water contact with it, it'll only be air. Okay, so if you come and have a look, you can see that the bottom ends of the sticks, the fire is burning sideways. There's a decent amount in there. We'll fill up the water, and then we'll come back and check on it, and maybe put a little bit more in, some slightly bigger stuff and stuff that'll last a little bit longer. So if we come around this side, up here, in this little tunnel here, there's the tap, which you won't be able to see, but I'll turn it on and it fills up the drum that's inside. So we'll turn that on, get that filled up, and the water will overflow out the side here. Once it's overflowed, we can turn it back off again. There it goes, it's coming out the side. Water is coming out the side, so the tank is now full. So we'll turn this off now. Come back and just check on the burn tunnel, the feed tube, make sure that it's going well, stock it up quite well. Once it's nicely stocked up, we can walk away. Looking good. Something's obviously got a bit of water in it, must be in the bamboo, it's smoking a little bit. Non-dry wood doesn't work very well in the rocket stove. It needs to be nice, dry, crispy wood. That's what we've got the wood storage here for. So I'll throw a little bit more in, and then we should have hot water coming out pretty soon. find a little bit more solid stuff to put in at the end once it's going well. It doesn't need to keep lasting a long time, it just needs to, high fast heat works, it just needs to heat the drum up. We've got some more solid pieces that we can, bigger pieces we can put in as well. Just bigger pieces of pine. So we'll just load this up. Load the feed tube up. Trying to put the new stuff mainly at the front. Without clogging it up so it doesn't, you can still get good airflow. So I've got some there, it's all full. I'm going to prop a little bit up on top, and as the other stuff burns down it'll fall in, and especially when it comes to the bigger stuff. So I sit the bigger stuff on top like so, just like that, nice and loosely, making sure there's nothing to really get caught up. And as it burns, everything will burn down and it'll fall down. There'll be a nice good bed of ash, it'll be nice and hot, and it will light the bigger stuff on fire. And all you can do is when you come along and it's already lit, give it a bit of a jiggle, making sure the stuff's falling down, making sure it's all sitting right. And we'll go and test the other end. It should have hot water coming out by now. Doesn't take very long at all. So we'll come over and we'll have a look at the hot water tap and clean up the mess I've just made of myself. And there we are. There's hot water coming out already. And that, I have to turn on some cold, it's too hot. There we go. That short period of time. And there would have been a little residual heat from last night when I lit the fire. So, that's how easy it is. And that's it. We're done. We're going to enjoy hot water for at least the next 12 hours and there's a big group of people here. If not, 24 hours and there's only a small group of people here. Thank you. It's been Daniel Lawton.